I love how vegetables are very versatile because you can whip up different dishes using different vegetables. So in this recipe, we are going to be using green bananas, that is matoke, to make a very delicious curry matoke, which is going to turn out very flavorful, loaded with lots of nutrients, because we are going to be throwing in lots of vegetables. So this recipe is vegan friendly and it's also so good. For the recipe, you're going to need some fresh bananas, and I have a bunch. Also, you need some carrots, zucchini, tomatoes, onion, garlic, ginger, and coriander. You'll need a few spices, which you're going to find listed in the description box down below. So let's get cooking. So I'm going to start off by prepping up my veggies, and I'm going to pick my onion. For this recipe, I'm going to be using the white onion. Remove the skin. So I'm going to chop off the ends. This is a budget-friendly recipe, which you're going to absolutely love because it's filled with lots of nutrients. So I'm going to remove the skin of the onion, chopped in half. I'm using the white onion because it adds in a very nice sweet flavor to the matoke. So using a sharp knife, I'm going to slice into strips and finely dice. We have different varieties of onions, such as yellow, white, red, and green onions, and each onion has a different taste. So I'm going to use my knife, dice up my onion. Once done chopping up your onions, you're going to place a pot or a pan over medium flame. Add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Then next you're going to transfer in your diced up onion. Saute your onions over medium-low flame for around 2 to 3 minutes, and during this time the onions are going to release water and caramelize, adding in a very nice flavor to the dish. So next I'm going to prep up my ginger and garlic. So I'm using around 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to remove the skin, which comes very easily off. You can also smash just like this, and the skin comes straight off. Pick my ginger, and I'm going to be using a thumb-sized ginger. So I'm going to show you a very cool trick that you can use to peel your ginger by using a spoon. You're going to use a spoon, and it's going to help you peel the ginger easily, just like this. Oops. And once done, I'm going to be finely dicing my garlic and ginger. Check on my onions, stir. When the garlic and ginger is ready, I'm going to place aside and slice my carrots, which I've already peeled. So I'm going to slice in half. Then I'm going to cut into half moons. Pick my zucchini. Chop off the ends and cut into half moons as well. Back to my onions, and this is how the onions are looking. As you can see, we're getting that nice caramelization and also a perfect gorgeous golden brown color. So at this point I'm going to add in my garlic and ginger, and also at this point I'm going to add in my carrots because they take a while to cook. Stir in the carrots, onions, garlic, and ginger and cook for around a minute. And while everything is cooking, I'm going to add in a couple of spices which are mild and very flavorful. So we have some paprika, that is a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of curry powder, 2 seasoning cubes, 1 beef stock cube, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, which adds a very nice flavor, and chili flakes, which are quite optional. So I'm going to crush in the seasoning cubes into the pot. Add in my beef stock cube, which you can substitute with vegetable stock cube to make the meal vegan, and my spices. Stir everything together. Toast the spices for around 30 seconds as the carrots are cooking, and I'm going to be blending up my tomatoes. So I'm going to chop into half, transfer to my blender, which is going to make it easy for me to blend the tomatoes. Cover and blend until smooth. Check on my pot and it's very flavorful. So this is the base of our curry and it's looking absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to transfer in my tomatoes. Stir in the tomatoes and cook for around a minute or so. So the next step is going to be peeling our green bananas very fast, and I have some gloves on. If you don't have the gloves, you can simply spread some cooking oil on the palm of your hand, and it's going to make it very easy for you to peel the green bananas because the sap is not going to stick on your hands. So I'm going to lay a newspaper on my working surface so that the sap doesn't stick on my countertop, and using a small paring knife, I'm going to peel my green bananas. I'm going to chop off the ends. I have a bowl with water ready for transferring in my green bananas. And this is going to stop the green bananas from oxidizing. That is turning brown. There are different varieties of green bananas in the market, and I always go for Kiganda, which is a small and thick green banana which is very starchy and it's always delicious. And then I'm going to chop my green bananas into 3 pieces, just like this. And once done, I'm going to check on my tomatoes, which are cooking. Wow, the aroma is so good. So I'm going to stir my tomatoes. Blending up your tomatoes is going to make the tomato soup have a very nice consistency that is a little bit thick, which is what you want for this recipe. And the next step is going to be adding in your green bananas. So carefully, I'm going to place in. Use my spatula and stir in the green bananas into the delicious, flavorful sauce. Just look at that. Then I'm going to add in around 2 cups of water. Stir in the water and let everything come to a simmer. Check the seasoning. If it's not perfect, you're going to be adding in some more salt. I know I'm going to need a little bit more salt because we have added in the beef stock cube and the seasoning cubes, which both contain a little bit of salt. So I'm going to cover and wait for around a minute. This is after a minute and my green bananas are cooking. So I'm going to check the seasoning. I need about half a teaspoon. You notice the sauce is very thick and looking delicious. Then I'm going to stir in. Reduce the flames to medium low. Then I'm going to simmer for around 6 to 10 minutes. And during this time, the green bananas are going to soften up and absorb in all those lovely flavors. My green bananas have been cooking for around 7 minutes, so I'm going to check. Wow, the aroma is so good. Yes, you can actually catch the cumin and curry powder. So I'm going to give a taste. Oh, yum, so good. So now I'm going to throw in some green peas that I found in the fridge, because why not? So I'm going to add in the green peas, my zucchini, and simmer for 3 more minutes. So in the green peas, zucchini, the sauce is looking so gorgeous. It's thick. The green bananas are almost cooked through. So yes, I'm going to be dicing up my coriander as the green bananas are cooking. Give my matoke a stir, and yes, this looks delicious. So I'm going to garnish with coriander, lots of it, because it's going to add in flavor, as well as garnishing the dish. Once your curry matoke is ready, it's going to be looking incredible, because we have different colors from different vegetables, and the matoke itself is going to be perfectly cooked, perfectly seasoned, and so delicious. This is a recipe that you can serve as a main dish or as a side dish, because yeah, you can see it has some very delicious gravy. So hope you'll be giving this recipe a try and you won't be disappointed.